everyone. Good evening. Today or right now, I will present my thesis. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Zainur Zaman, and this is my thesis. And the thesis of the title that is SSD Mobile Net version 2 Architecture for Classifying Indonesian Sign Language or Bahasa Isyarat Indonesia or BISINDO. So, what I'm gonna discuss in this presentation right now it's the background of the research, the problem, the goals, uh, what is deep learning, previous studies, single shot detector architecture, what is transfer learning, and what is TensorFlow object detection API, and the structure of the research, the data set, the result, and discussion, and the conclusion and suggestion. So first of all, let us talk about the background of this research. Indonesian Sign Language or sign language in general is a way of that the deaf or the disabled people communicate with each other, and this sign language is currently used in by every disabled or deaf people around the world. So the process of learning sign language uh, that I use in the special ed school, it's called task-based language teaching that relied on real life situation like a dictionary and a maternal reflective method that rely on idea where two individual students engage in conversation or feeling, and like example teacher and student. So one of the reason why I conduct this research that in using a traditional method like previously mentioned, there are several problems using this traditional method, like several students have a difficulty uh, learning or interpreting from a dictionary, like several students cannot understand what that what he sees in a dictionary. So in my aim is to solve this problem using a recent technology like AI model, so that the learning process can be easier and hopefully the problem can be solved. So what is the problem of this research? So the problem of this research is how to make the sign language classification model using SSD MobileNet version 2 architecture and TensorFlow object detection API framework. And the goals of this research is to show you how to make a sign language classification model using a regional based convolutional neural network algorithm and a SSD MobileNet version 2 pre-trained model architecture and a TensorFlow object detection API framework, so that the model can classify BISINDO sign language. So first of all, I wanna explain to you what is the deep learning, the method that is used in this research in general. So the deep learning is one of the branch in machine learning and artificial intelligence that that use artificial neural network for the learning. So this so model can have so the model can learn a complex method like human brain in general. And this method, deep learning method, has been an efficient tool in computer vision branch. Like, this method is very effective to create a object detection model. So here are the previous studies that is being cited in this research. Number one is pembuatan aplikasi deteksi objek menggunakan TensorFlow Object Detection API dengan memanfaatkan SSD MobileNet versi 2 dengan model prelatih sebagai model prelatih by Anindya Ratna Prisky et alia in the year of our Lord 2020. This next research is image classification on gerutan batik using convolutional neural network with data augmentation by Fitriani et alia in the year of 2023. Third studies is CBL, sign language recognition using convolutional neural network combined with transfer learning and non-trainable parameter by Sortillo et alia in the year of 2021. The fourth research is American Sign Language Recognition and Training Method with Recurrent Neural Network by Lee et alia 2021. And the fifth research is translating CB, Sign System for Indonesian Gesture, to text in real time using a mobile device by Jonathan and Raccoon in the year of 2022. Sixth research is deep sign language detection and recognition using deep learning by Kotadia et alia in the year of 2022. And the seventh research is application of machine learning technique for real-time sign language detection using wearable sensor by Sakwib and Rahman in the year of 2020. So here are the architecture that is being used in this research or project, and that is a SSD MobileNet version 2 model architecture. So this architecture consists of two parts, and the first part is the backbone model, and as you can see, the backbone model being MobileNet version 2, followed by several convolutional layer and SSD head where the SSD head consists of the single shot detector algorithm, and the output of this architecture or model is a detection box, like the detection box, and a performance score of the detection itself. So I'm gonna explain one of the method in making a model, machine learning model, and that is transfer learning. So transfer learning is one of the technique that is use a pre-trained model that is being trained by a lot of data set, million or even billion data set, and the pre-trained model can be used to create a new model. So let us take a sample, a MobileNet version 2, a pre-trained model. So this pre-trained model trained by a lot of data set, million of data set, and we can use the pre-trained model to create a new model. For in this case, sign language classification model. So yeah, that is the reason why is transfer learning is being used in this research. So one of the tools to train a real-time object detection model is a framework, an open source framework called TensorFlow Object Detection API. So with this framework, there are a lot of utilities like training utilities, model builder. So all you have to do is put your pre-trained model, train it, or before we train model, we fine-tune the model, and after that we train it with training utility and training script provided by the framework, and we can test the model in this with this framework. So for the framework itself, there will be discussion in the result and discussion. So this is the structure of the research. There are several steps of this uh, or phase in this research analysis, and that is uh, study literature, implementation, and finishing a report. And in the implementation phase, we have data collection phase, fine-tuning model phase, training and evaluation phase, and testing model phase. And this is the data set that is being used in this research. Is an image of sign language gesture. The total image that are collected in this research is 520 image with 26 classes, and each classes have a 20 sample of image. So we reach the result and conclusion. So I will, in this stage, there are several stages that is being done in this part of this chapter of the research, and that is data collection. And in the data collection, there are several steps according to the machine learning life cycle method. And now we have a fine-tuning model phase, training and evaluation phase, and testing model phase, model testing. So this is the flow chart for the data collection process. So the data set being captured by a webcam and a open computer vision script that is being made by the author himself, by me. And once the data is collected, we label it using a tool called label EMG. And after the labeling, we split the data 60 to 40, 60% and 40%, 60% for the training data set and 40% for test data set. After we split the data, we convert the training data set and test data set to TensorFlow record. And the TensorFlow record is the format, the TensorFlow storage format. And after we convert it to TensorFlow record, we make a map label for the classification category. So in this stage, I already mentioned that the data being collected is 520 image that is being collected via webcam and a script that is being made by the researcher, by myself. And I already mentioned how many classes in the data set and how many sample in the data set. So the next stage is the data prepare stage. So in this stage, we prepare our data set, and that is label our data set using a tool called label IMG. All the data set that is being collected are labeled using this tool, and after the after the data set being labeled, we convert it to TensorFlow record. So here's one of the example in this process. So here's the example of me labeling the dataset using a label IMG tool. This is the converted dataset to the TensorFlow.record file, and this is the label map for the classification category. So the next stage is the data analysis stage. So in this stage, the researcher split data by 60% and 40% because the best performance of the model resulted it is split. I already compared it to the 80% and 20% split. So the researcher decided to with using the most optimal split for the dataset. So uh, we have reached the training and evaluation phase. We have so there is the flowchart as you can see in the screen. I already mentioned many of the stages that is being conducted in this phase. So let's move on to the next stage. So here's a mind map. This mind map consists of what happened during a training process using in this research. So I already mentioned that I trained the model using one of the training utilities that existed in the TensorFlow Object Detection API framework. And what happened is that when training occurs, the script in the framework calculate the classification loss and predicted the ground truth of the prediction model. So the ground truth in this example is the label that is being used in the previous page, and that is labeling page. So during the training, the script also save your training progress in the form of checkpoint file. So this checkpoint file is a logs, and your saved training progress that this checkpoint file can be used to evaluate the model or build our model. And I guess this is the example of the checkpoint file. I show it in the image, and here we have a graph that is being produced during the training process. This is the classification loss graph or classification error graph. So as you can see from the first iteration, and there is the 100 step, we have a error that is consists of 77% of error of classification error. And as you can see from the first iteration to the end iteration or the final iteration, the classification error is decreasing, and as you can see in the 20,000 steps, we have an error that is less than 6%. And this is the another performance indication in the form of COCO or Common Object and Context metric. And for the performance in the mean average precision, we have 94%, we have a 91% average precision and 85% recall. So after the evaluation phase ended, we test the model, like we set up the webcam, load the checkpoint file that is being produced by the training process, and we have a sample of the output of the model testing. So in this case, I show my finger doing the one of the alphabet gesture in using the sign language, and the model instantly detected the gesture and show the label that is specified to one of its classes. So in this case, I'm doing the sign gesture for the alphabet A. So model detected and show the gesture is an alphabet A in the sign language. Within the sign language, you can see they have a very high accuracy. So yeah, so from this result, the model that is being used have a great performance and can classify a sign language gesture in real time. So that's the conclusion of this research, and for suggestion for suggestion that this research can be expanded by expanding the classification category, like the model can classify gesture, a sign language gesture that require extra movement, like how atau bagaimana, hello, or thank you. So that is all for the presentation for my thesis. Thank you for your attention. My name is Muhammad Zainul Zaman, and I am out.